So is it a good time to buy or sell your American Airlines stock? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions here with another video. And in this video, I'm going to simply be sharing my opinion on, first of all, what has caused American Airlines to go up. And in the past 2 days trading alone, it's cleared over 70% growth. And now it's beginning to pull back a little bit, and it's beginning to get some traders and some investors to ask the question, should I buy more or should I sell? So one of the first things that I want to talk about is what caused American Airlines, and not just American Airlines, but what caused multiple different airlines in the overall airline industry to aggressively begin to recover. With my understanding, there's two specific things. First of all, if you guys noticed, the NASDAQ overall futures market returned and actually made 180-day highs. So if you guys look at /NQ, meaning that it has fully recovered from its overall drop that it experienced due to the coronavirus pandemic. So what a time to recover. On top of that, the overall airline industry, especially American Airlines, they did see an increase in their overall passenger capacity, and that was 3 times based off of previous performance. One of the things that we do need to take into consideration is that the airline industry still plans to only use 55% of its capacity that it had based off 2019 levels until July. So one of the things that a lot of news articles are sharing right now is investors are getting ahead of themselves. And I'm not here to say what you should or should not do. And I just personally wanted to share with you my current opinion about American Airlines, and you can use this as an example for the overall airline industry. One of the things that I first want you to understand is if you're an investor in the airline industry, you're holding long term, you don't care if it pulls back to the 180-day time frame, and also you don't need the money, right? It's something that you're investing in long term. You have a fundamental reason on why you're deciding to invest into American Airlines. So I 100% understand why someone that might be an investor in American Airlines would want to continue to hold, because they're not in there for the short-term gain, they're in there for the long-term growth. So ask yourself, is this something that you are taking into consideration, or are you a trader? Are you there for short-term gain? One of the things that I want to share with you is you can ask anyone. There is no question American Airlines and every other airline industry right now, in the past 3 days, it is extremely overbought. In the past 2 days, it's gained over 70%, and it's already beginning to give it back, but can it continue to rally? All I'm here to share with you is what I would do, right? We are here as day traders to take advantage of opportunities that make sense to us. Buy when it's a good deal and sell when it's not. To keep it in very simple terms, are you being greedy in the idea, big picture, that does it make sense to lock in profits right now based off of current demand level? There's no question that there's a lot of hype and a lot of demand for these specific airline industries, and a lot of people just anticipating, right, the overall recovery for the cruise line and the airline industry. So it makes sense that yes, there is a lot of upside. From when it was trading at $10, it hit highs of $22 if I'm not mistaken today. That's over 100% growth on a billion-dollar company, American Airlines alone. It's absolutely amazing. I have nothing against that, but what I'm trying to remind you is that if you're there for, again, the same principle, short-term gain, you need to make sure that your actions today are something that your future self can thank you for. So instead of trying to, well, maybe I'll sell when it hits $25, maybe I'll sell when it hits $30, maybe I'll sell when it makes a full recovery. At the end of the day, again, you do as you please. Just personally, what I would do is, there is no question that right now, based off of its previous performance, there is more downside margin, right, than there is upside, based off of current performance. And if your intention is to buy something for a good deal and sell it for a profit, then I think with current price points and current market conditions, you've done an amazing job doing that. And it would make sense that, selling some of your shares wouldn't be the worst idea, as I think that we can all agree it is overbought and there is a lot of hype because so many people have been anticipating the recovery for the overall airline industry. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you is how I would go about this. I do agree that there's so many different styles of trading. There's a lot of people that are willing to do, long-term swing trades. There are people that generally see long-term value in American Airlines. This is 100% my opinion, and if you think that you would approach this differently and you have a specific plan, I encourage you to share that down in the comment section. I am simply just sharing what I would do that I think can kind of be the best of both worlds. So option 1 is selling 100% of your position right now on American Airlines is something that I would do if I just wanted to lock in profits, because I understand that American Airlines is overbought. Yes, it can continue to uptrend, but instead of trying to make just a little bit more money, I understand that it's bound to pull back or correct itself in some form of way. So I would rather make sure that I do my part in getting in for a good deal and selling it when it makes sense. There's no perfect entry, there's no perfect exit, there's no such thing as a perfect trader. You're not an investor, you're a trader. So you just want to make sure that you do your part, getting in and getting out when it makes sense. So that's option one. Option two is the one that I think is more up my alley. And this is sell a portion of your position while still allowing the other portion to run. So this can kind of be the best of both worlds. Maybe you're someone that sees value in American Airlines long term. So you don't need the money. This is money that, again, even if it were to pull back to the 180-day lows, that you would be okay with that specific idea of it going back to 180-day lows. So with this idea of selling half of your position, locking in half of your profits. So you've done a great job, making up that 70, 100% margin. You've done a great job locking profits there. And then if it does begin to pull back, then you at least have more buying power because you sold half your position. Or if it does continue to uptrend and it indicates that confirmation, then you can get your 50% that you still have and average up as it confirmed that specific uptrend. But this also allows you that if it does begin to pull back, it's only 50% of your position size that is giving back some of your profits instead of 100%. That's just an option, right? And then the last thing is follow with a trailing stop loss or a max percentage loss. So the overall idea in mind that hey, you do want to cover your profits, and if it pulls back beyond a certain point, you're just going to lock in profits because there's a breakup pattern, and obviously American Airlines is just going to continue to try to make new lows. So what I wanted to share with you are 3 different options on how I would personally approach this that can offer you multiple different solutions. Of course, you don't even have to use any of these 3, and if you have a different approach of, hey, I'm going to hold this long term, I'm an investor, all power to you. I just want to make sure that you understand your intention. And if you're someone that's an investor, of course, it makes sense that you see long-term value in American Airlines or whatever airline it is that you're paying attention to, and you want to hold not only until it makes a full recovery, but that it continues to upturn with the overall idea in mind that even if it goes back to 180-day lows, it's not necessarily money that you need. So again, you're there for the long term. In comparison to short-term day traders, you need to understand your intention. If you're there for short-term capital gain, you need to make sure that you do your part in managing risk, entering for a good deal, and selling when things are a little bit more on the overbought side. I just wanted to share simple alternatives on the way that I would personally approach this. All I have to say is I'm so impressed with a lot of you on how you've been able to carry yourselves in actually locking in profits. And for those that are so set on holding their position, I congratulate you as well, as it's super exciting to see someone become self-sufficient in the idea that you have your own opinions, your own goals, and your own values. At the end of the day, you should never be encouraged to do something that you are not comfortable doing. If you are someone that sees long-term value, then hold, as long as you understand the risk of it being able to correct itself and pull back. So the simple message that I want to share with you is, especially for our short-term day traders, is don't just think about how much more profit that you can make, but also take into consideration that if you were to hold your position size and it were to pull back, how much money you can then get back. So if you want to calculate how much more money you can make sure that you calculate how much money you can give back if you don't decide to lock in profits. Again, that's the best of both worlds. I really do appreciate your guys' time. Again, feel free to share your plan with the overall airline industry down in the comments section. Let's try to see if we can get this video over 1,000 likes within 24 hours. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hope and wish you guys an amazing weekend. Don't forget to stay connected. Click that first link down below. Join our free Facebook group, with the largest one in the world for those who day trade in the stock market. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.